What if I told you there is an ancient formula, so powerful that it turns thoughts into reality, but that it has been hidden from you for centuries? What you are about to discover could completely change the way you attract everything you desire. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you dreamed of changing your life, of achieving what seemed impossible, only to feel that something was always blocking your path, as if there were an invisible force holding you back? And what if this force wasn't fate, but a silent programming within you, shaping every result you get, every single day? What we are about to explore now is not just theory, nor another motivational speech that fades into thin air. We are talking about something that directly engages with the foundations of your mind, with the power of your consciousness and your energy. Joe Dispenza calls this the ability to reprogram your reality through elevated mental and emotional states. But here, we will go deeper. You will understand why the phrase "fake it till you make it" is not just a motivational metaphor, but a key to unlocking the doors of manifestation. A key that, when used correctly, can lead you to a space where desires cease to be distant dreams and become palpable experiences. Now consider this. How many times have you given up on something because it didn't seem realistic? How many times have you heard your own mind whisper that it was impossible? The great trap lies precisely there. Your mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is deeply imagined. When you begin to feel something as true, even before it exists, your body responds, your energy responds, and the universe begins to reorganize circumstances to deliver exactly what you hold in your field. It's like planting an invisible seed and waiting for reality to blossom from it. But here comes the most intriguing part. Most people can't sustain this state. They try to believe, but the weight of old memories, past failures, the internal voices repeating, "You can't," is so strong that they abandon the process midway. And that's why I want you to stay with me until the end of this video, because the final revelation I will share is precisely the missing secret to break this cycle. And when you discover it, you will realize that it's not the world that is against you, but your internal programming that needs to be recalibrated. And before we continue, I want to ask you something very simple, but that will make all the difference. If this topic has already started to resonate with you, if you feel that this knowledge can transform your life, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. This small gesture is like a signal you send not only to YouTube but also to yourself. I choose to learn, I choose to change, I choose to manifest. You will see that we are not talking about cheap magic or naive illusions. We are talking about science combined with spirituality, of energy and consciousness shaping matter. Joe Dispenza has proven in his research that when you achieve coherence between your mind and heart, your entire body emits a new energetic signature. It's as if you turned on a powerful magnet capable of attracting experiences that vibrate at that exact same frequency. And that's where "fake it till you make it" comes in. It's not about lying to yourself, but about internally living the desired experience until your body believes it, until your mind gets used to it, until your energy has no choice but to emit this new pattern into the quantum field. Imagine, for example, living as if you already had the life of your dreams. It's not about spending money you don't have, but about feeling abundance before it arrives, walking with the posture of someone who has already won, looking in the mirror and seeing not who you are today, but who you have decided to become. This practice creates an invisible bridge between the now and the future you desire. It is a quantum leap that begins within you. And since we're talking about leaps, let me tell you something that will accelerate this process even more. In the first pinned comment of this video, I have left something special for you who are truly ready to transform your energy and unlock this creative force within you. If you have ever felt you needed a more direct guide to align your thoughts and emotions with abundance, that is where you will find it. Click on it after this video ends and dive into this next step, because that's where many people discover the turning point they have been waiting for years. But for now, come back to me. If your mind truly doesn't differentiate what is real from what is intensely felt, The question that remains is, what have you been feeding within yourself? What stories have you been telling yourself every day? Because these stories are not just loose thoughts. They are energetic seeds that germinate in the invisible soil of your life. What we will uncover next is how to change these seeds, how to pull out the weeds that limit your harvest and plant new codes that will make your reality flourish in a way you may have never experienced before. And I promise you, the last revelation I will bring is the most powerful of all. It will show you not only how to manifest, but how to sustain this new state until it becomes impossible to go back to the old self. So, take a deep breath. Allow yourself to open every layer of what we will build here, and prepare for the shift you've been waiting for. Because when you learn to fake it till you make it, you are not deceiving the world. You are training the universe to deliver exactly what already exists inside of you. What few people realize is that the life you live today is merely a reflection of the stories you have chosen to believe. It is not a destiny drawn by external forces, nor a mysterious punishment. It is simply the mirror of your mind, projecting itself onto every detail of your reality. If you look at your life and see limitations, it's not because they are unchangeable, but because you have become accustomed to feeling them as part of yourself. And here is the great key. If you can deeply believe in a limitation, you can also believe, with the same intensity, in an unlimited possibility. The body, the mind, and the energy only obey what you hold as truth. This is why Joe Dispenza insists so much on something that might seem contradictory at first glance. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. It's no use asking for prosperity while constantly feeling lack. It's no use asking for love if you vibrate abandonment. The universe does not respond to words, it responds to your state. It responds to the energetic signature you transmit when you think, feel, and act in coherence. Now imagine the power of becoming someone new without waiting for the external world to change first. Imagine waking up tomorrow and deciding that you are no longer that person who suffers, who struggles, who chases. Imagine stepping into the role of the being who has already achieved. This is the secret of faking it till it's real. Living today as if you have already received, not as one who dreams, but as one who already possesses. And maybe you're thinking, but isn't that deceiving myself? No, it's training the quantum field. It's shaping your energy until life has no other choice but to correspond. What happens with most people is that they live in a cycle of repetition. The past controls their thoughts, thoughts control emotions, and emotions reinforce the past again. It's like an invisible prison, where you wake up every day repeating the same feelings, the same behaviors, the same results. To break out of this cycle, you must break with the old identity, and this rupture only happens when you choose to feel something different. Faking it till it's real is precisely the act of interrupting the program and installing a new code. Joe Dispenza describes this as the process of becoming supernatural. And maybe that word sounds strange to you, but think about it. Living limited by memories of pain, old traumas, inherited beliefs, that is what's unnatural. What is natural is to expand, to create, to experience elevated states of consciousness. The supernatural is nothing more than reclaiming the power you forgot you had. Now I want you to imagine yourself in a practical situation. Close your eyes and see the life you desire, but truly see it. Not as someone wishing from a distance, but as someone already inside it. If it's wealth, feel the freedom to choose without fear. If it's love, feel the warmth of being with someone who truly sees you. If it's health, feel the lightness of a body working in perfection. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what is lived and what is deeply felt. When you sustain this state, something begins to change in your neural connections. New pathways form, old patterns dissolve, and your body starts to produce the same chemicals as someone who is already living that reality. You start to become the new you. And here is the most crucial point. You do not need to wait for the external change to feel what you desire. It is precisely the opposite. You need to feel it first so that the external change can happen. This is what confuses so many people. They wait to receive, to then allow themselves to feel. They wait to win, to then believe. But this is the hidden trick. The universe only delivers when you have already become. Faking it till it's real is shortening the path. It's anticipating in the present what will only manifest if you are already vibrating in it. But of course, this process is not comfortable, because your old mind will resist. It will scream that you are fooling yourself, that you're being ridiculous, that it's not possible. This inner voice is just the echo of the past trying to pull you back to the known. Because the unknown, even if it is abundant, is frightening. And this is where you need discipline. Not discipline in a rigid sense, but discipline in the sense of choosing every day to sustain the new you. When the old mind comes with memories of failure, you respond with images of victory. When the body asks for the emotion of sadness or lack, you offer the emotion of abundance. You teach yourself a new emotional language, and you might ask, but how long will I have to fake it? The answer is simple: until it's no longer faking. Until it becomes so natural that you can't see yourself any other way, until the old identity completely dissolves. That is the moment the universe finally corresponds, because you have already become the vibration of what you desire. I want you to realize that the suffering you carry is not a sign that you can't, but rather that you are still attached to an old identity. The pain only exists because there is a gap between who you are today and who you were born to be. And this gap hurts. It screams. It reminds you all the time that there is something greater waiting. Faking it till it's real is aligning with this call. It's giving voice to your future self until it completely replaces the self of the past. And here, I need to make an important point. Many will hear this and think it's just about positive thinking, but it's not. Positive thinking is superficial if there is no emotion. It's like putting perfume on dirty clothes. You might cover it up, but you don't transform it. The real power lies in feeling in such a way that your biology responds, that your cells begin to believe, that your energy changes completely. That's why Joe Dispenza's practices involve deep meditation, because in that state, you access layers beyond the analytical mind, going straight into the subconscious, where the program truly resides. And when you touch that place, you discover something that was always there. You were never a victim of life. You were always the creator. The problem is that you created unconsciously based on fear, lack, and pain. Now is the time to create consciously, based on abundance, love, and certainty. That's why I said at the beginning that the final revelation would be the most powerful. Because when you truly understand this, you realize that you never had to wait for anything. Everything was already available. You just needed to become the frequency. And to help you take that leap, remember what I said earlier? In the first pinned comment is the next step that many need to accelerate this process. It is like a bridge that takes you directly to the practice, so that your mind and heart can finally align with the future you desire. If you've felt this energy vibrating within you up to this point, do not ignore this call. It is your future self trying to speak to you now. So, stay with me. Imagine if every thought were a brick building the house of your life. You can continue building with broken bricks, old memories, past pains. Or you can choose, from now on, new bricks made of infinite possibilities. This is the choice that changes everything. And the final revelation I promised is this. You are not faking it for the universe. You are training yourself. Faking it till it's real isn't about deception. It's about preparation. It's like a rehearsal before the grand performance. But here's the detail. The universe doesn't wait for the final performance to respond. It responds to the rehearsal. It responds to the state you sustain now. That's why some people seem to experience sudden miracles. Because long before the miracle happened, They were already rehearsing within themselves every day until life had no choice but to bring the real stage. This is the hidden power. This is the formula hidden for centuries, and now you have the chance to apply it. Fake it till you make it is not just an inspiring phrase. It is the science of becoming before receiving. And when you understand this, the game changes forever. And perhaps now, after hearing all this, you are feeling a mix of hope and disbelief. A voice inside you might be saying, "This is too good to be true." But stop for a moment and realize that same voice is not new. It is the voice that has always been there, the same one that convinced you that you couldn't, that you didn't deserve it, that it was too risky to dream. It is the voice of the past trying to hold on to the present. What if you decide right now not to listen to that voice anymore? What if you choose to listen to another, deeper voice that has always been hidden in silence within you? The voice of your true self. This voice doesn't shout, doesn't insist, doesn't fight. It just whispers with firmness. You were born to create. You were born to expand. You were born to live the extraordinary. And it is this whisper that you need to nurture until it becomes stronger than any memory of pain. Because in the end, that's all it's about. Which voice you choose to believe. Fake it till you make it is not a mask, not a false role you play to deceive others. It is the bridge to cross from who you are to who you want to be. Faking, in this context, is not lying. It is anticipating. It is calling into the present what is in the future. It is living today the emotion of the life you have decided to create until it is so familiar that the universe is compelled to deliver it. The truth is, most people spend their lives waiting for something to change on the outside before they change on the inside. They wait for money to feel abundant. They wait for the perfect relationship to feel love. They wait for healing to feel gratitude. But this is the trick that keeps the wheel spinning in the same place. Because the universe does not respond to waiting. It responds to states. While you wait, you vibrate lack. While you vibrate lack, you attract more lack. But when you decide to feel first, even without seeing, you break the cycle. You become a creator. Think of an actor rehearsing for a role. He repeats lines, gestures, emotions, until his entire body believes. The audience, when they see him on stage, doesn't see an actor faking. They see the character come to life. The same happens with you. When you daily rehearse the state of your future self, when you feel as if it were already true, your energy begins to transmit with such clarity that the universe does not distinguish rehearsal from reality. It just responds. And this is where the final revelation lies, the one I promised from the beginning. Life is not testing you. It is simply reflecting who you choose to be. There is no universe against you. There is only a faithful universe mirroring exactly what you sustain. And if until today you have lived repetitions of pain, of lack, of frustration, it is not because you are not capable, but because you sustain these emotions as if they were absolute truths. Now, you know you can choose another. Perhaps you ask yourself, but what if I can't sustain this every day? And the answer is simple. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to choose again whenever you notice you've reverted to the old self. It's like learning to walk. You will fall many times, but each time you get up, your body learns something new. Until one day, walking becomes natural. The same happens with your energy. At first, it feels like an effort. Then, it becomes who you are. And I want you to hold something in your heart. The universe doesn't need a lot of time to respond to you. Time is just the measure of your resistance. The more you surrender to the new state, the faster things begin to align. So don't expect grand signs right away. Pay attention to the small movements, the coincidences, the people who cross your path, the ideas that come out of nowhere. These are the signs that reality has already begun to reorganize based on your new state. The process is real. Science has already proven that your heart and mind, when in coherence, emit a wave so powerful that it literally influences the field around you. You are not just an observer of life. You are a transmitter, and what you transmit returns as experience. This is the hidden formula of manifestation. This is the wisdom hidden for centuries, now accessible to you. And I know that, inside you, there is a part that has already understood. Because it's not just logic, it's recognition. It's as if something ancient has awakened, remembering who you really are. This memory is the greatest gift you can receive today. Do not ignore it. So from now on, make the choice. When you wake up, don't wake up in the past. Wake up in the future. Wake up feeling what you want to live. Walk as if you have already achieved. Love as if you have already received. Be grateful as if you are already living it. And repeat. Repeat until it's no longer faking. Repeat until it's impossible to go back. And remember, the universe does not respond to what you say you want. It responds to who you already are. And now you know how to become. If this video has touched you in some way, if you felt that this message needed to reach you, I ask you, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. This simple gesture helps to bring this knowledge to more people, but more than that, it is a commitment you make to your own transformation. Because in the end, it all starts with a choice. Are you ready to choose to be who you were born to be?